Alright guys, well I know it's been a few weeks, and to start this video I've got some good and some bad news for you. The good news is, I've got a brand new US road trip series about to launch on this channel. I'm very excited to show that to you because it was another incredible life-changing trip. To several different states, to several different cities, national parks. It was just all around amazing, alright? The bad news is you're going to have to wait a couple of weeks for me to show you that. Literally a week or two, maximum. Because I've got a couple of videos I need to show you first, because you see, it was my other half, Tekka's, birthday recently. And it was a big one. A big one that we needed to celebrate properly. And so I'm going to take you on the journey of what we did for Tekka's birthday. It's kind of a two-parter. We decided to go with a bunch of friends, first of all, to Croatia. So having started at the crack of dawn and heading out for our flight via Amsterdam, we arrived surprisingly in the rain. And it rained for the rest of the afternoon, which gave us plenty of time to explore our Airbnb, which was a fantastic house with loads of rooms and space. But then again, there was 8 of us staying there. And we waited for our other guests to arrive in the rain, watching the pool. And we also decided to go and check out the local supermarkets.
We're starting on the wrong foot, we're already trying to get all the chocolate.
And the reason is because we were going to have a barbecue that night. As we waited for everybody to arrive by the pool, we started getting ready for our first night in Split, Croatia. Day 2 of our adventure in Split, and we decided to take a drive into the city centre. The centrepiece of Split is an old palace, which dates back to the end of the 3rd century, which is Diocletian's palace. He was a Roman emperor, and this was his retirement home. It was enormous, and as the time went on, throughout the ages thereafter, and different religions took hold and took power and all the rest of it, they decided to simply keep the palace walls, and build the old city centre in among the palace grounds.
Every single corner you turn around, there's something else.
And you can definitely see why they've done that. It is a gorgeous spot with so many historic ancient ruins around about, and it's on the waterfront as well. The Split downtown area, the old town, is really gorgeous and is well worth checking out, and I think for anyone that goes there, I would spend at least a day there and then to go back at night when the lights are turned on. And for day 3, it was time to head back into the town centre again because we were going on a boat trip. There are lots of different boat trips you can do from Split. They're usually day trips, leaving in the morning and coming back in the late afternoon. They take you to the different islands around about Split. You go for a swim, you basically enjoy the nice weather and the sea, the Adriatic, the warm Adriatic Ocean. And the next day, we decided to go into the town centre for a restaurant everyone told us was worth trying for local food. And one of those local foods is a dish that is called black risotto. It's risotto that's made with squid ink. For the rest of the day, we decided to go down to the beach. And bear in mind, this is the very end of summer coming into winter, so we were surprised actually that we could enjoy time at the beach and it's still being warm, which was really good. We ended the day watching dolphins as the sun started to set. Okay, so it's Tekka's big day, right? Big birthday. And we decided to spend it by going on a road trip. One of the most famous locations in Croatia for people to go and visit is a waterfall national park called Krka. This is about a 2-hour drive from Split, not far at all. And even though we were out of season, it's still quite a busy place.
Time for the Krka Waterfalls. It's a real shame that we can't go in the water. We used to be able to swim all the way through there and into the waterfalls.
Now, Krka was always famous as a place that you could swim in the waterfalls, in the clear, beautiful waters under the waterfalls. But over the last couple of years, some tourists have unfortunately died there, and this meant that the Croatian government, the authorities, decided to ban swimming there. So you can't go in the water anymore, which is unfortunate. Another thing as well, if you go in the middle of summer, it costs 40 euros. Because we were out of season, it's half that price. To be honest with you, 20 euros seems about fair. I think if I'd spent 40 euros, I would have thought quite expensive. I also imagine in the summer this place would be unbearably busy. Anyway, it was time for a big birthday party for my other half, and yeah, we had a really good celebration. And we were really excited. We got some food in, we drank some wine and beer, and we generally had a good time. So my other half, Tekka, she is a massive fan of Korn. New metal band from back in the day. And quite recently they did a collaboration with Adidas to launch a new set of merch, and that was one of my gifts for her. She was delighted. But the birthday celebrations weren't quite over, even though it was time to go home to Scotland, because one of my wife's favourite bands of recent times is an Australian band called Amyl and the Sniffers, and I found out they were playing in Munich, and I decided to surprise her with tickets. And while we were there, of course, we would take advantage of seeing the local Christmas markets and all that kind of stuff.
Another adventure.
Soon enough.
Another one. Way too early in the morning for this. Rather bizarrely, even the airport has a Christmas market out here. Welcome to Germany.
I want to give a big shout out and thanks to the Royal Bavarian, a 25 hours hotel, who put us up for the 2-day trip for my wife's extended birthday celebrations. It was a super quirky and super fun hotel with lots of nice bars, decorations, and when we came into the room we were really just blown away by how amazing and cool it looked. Let me give you a bit of a room tour. Okay, so we have arrived in our room at the Royal Bavarian by 25 hours. It is a lovely, amazing, quirky room. I like it a lot. They've got a lot of cool features in here. The floor is very well designed. The wallpaper's all very nice.
I like the artwork here. We've arrived in the darkness basically, because it's quite late in the afternoon now. You can see the street from here as well, the streets of Munich. Looking forward to explore that. I'll probably have to give you a better view of this place in the morning, but since we've just arrived and we haven't messed the room up yet, I'll give you a quick look now before we do that. But it is quite dark, as you can see. Lovely big bed there, looking forward to getting some rest. I'm probably going to take a nap right now, to be honest with you. And we've got windows all the way around, windows on that side to the street, windows on this side to the street. There's also here a window to the bathroom and shower room. I've seen that in quite a few hotels recently. It's an interesting feature. But it's really nice in here. Wow, let's just take a quick look inside there. That's a bit better, more light in here. Nice shower in there. Yeah, all is good. I'll give you a proper view of this tomorrow when it's light. A really great feature of this hotel that we've discovered so far is that it has a free minibar. How awesome is that? And it's refillable. What's in here? Let's have a wee look. Got some German beers, got some German Coke, we've got some chocolate, got some water, and peanuts, I think. Great stuff.
First thing first, in Munich we decided to go out and about exploring town. Now we were there just one day before the Christmas markets were launched, but we could still get a kind of vibe of the city by walking around.
Alright, we are out on the streets of Munich for the first time, and I just saw a sign of somewhere that we are going to be in a future episode of the vlog in the not too distant future. Not long until we found our first Christmas market, obviously. What's your first impressions, Tech? It smells like...
Maybe I shouldn't say.
You should... There's quite a pungent smell that follows us around this place so far. But if that is the representation of the Christmas markets, then Edinburgh's better. That's not a Christmas market. That was just a bar, a Christmas bar. Well, that's a nice building. In Edinburgh we have Bobby. Here in Munich they have Pumbaa from The Lion King. Oh, that's a bit rude. His thing's hanging out. And also what looks like a catfish. But I think it might actually be, now considering it, something to do with this museum. Maybe it's a natural history museum. So we are on a mission to find Christmas markets to get into Christmas cheer early this year, but the ones that we can see at the moment are all closed because they open tomorrow on the 25th of November, which is a day that we're going to struggle to go out too much and see them because we're going to the concert at night. So we did hope they would be open tonight. I think there's one that's supposed to be open tonight. We're going to go and have a look and see if we can find it. Okay, we've arrived in Marienplatz, which is the main square of the city, and it has a very striking building. Very, very beautiful building there in front of us. I think we might need to come back here in daytime because, as you can see, look, this is all Christmas market stuff and it's all closed. I think it opens tomorrow only. Look, All shut. And then up there, looks like a cathedral or something. Definitely good to come and see this in the daylight as well. That's quite an impressive Christmas tree there. Oh, what just happened? Someone just turned the lights off. There was like an engineer guy there who just turned the lights off, and I saw him walking away. So I assume they're doing some kind of big reveal tomorrow with the Christmas market coming. And that will be like the official opening. I think they were just testing it or something. But we caught it for a few seconds. Interesting trash can there. Here is another Christmas market which is shut. So no bratwurst for me tonight. But we will be back tomorrow before the concert and we will try some of these places.
Now, one thing I need to say about the 25 Hours Hotel, the Royal Bavarian, is that the breakfast we got there is by far the best breakfast we've had in any mainland European hotel. No question, it was utterly sensational. It was so good and we left there really satisfied and full. It really set us up for the day. Definitely no hesitation from me whatsoever for recommending you guys check that place out if you're in Munich. It is awesome.
Oh, I just noticed there's a peacock on lights in behind us. Look at that.
Aye.
That's cool. Anyway, this is the first time out of the hotel and in the daylight here in Munich. So we're going to walk around and see how this place glows differently in the daylight. And then when it does, the sun does go down, and it will be only a couple of hours from now, we will go and see, hopefully, the Christmas markets open. We are seeing all the same spots we saw last night, but this time with the perspective of a little bit of daylight. You can see details that we never saw last night, like those three men, for example. You can really see the difference here from yesterday when it was all shut. Today it is bustling and everything's open, and you can't smell what I'm smelling, but it smells bloody good.
We kind of crammed quite a lot into a small amount of time, basically because we wanted to see the city a little bit in daylight, which we did. We walked around, and we also wanted to see the Christmas markets. Now, unbeknown to us, we got there and they were doing the launch of their main Christmas tree in their main square. So it got very busy. A lot of people piled in to see the big event.
As we've got to the end of the day, oh my goodness, it's got busy here. Everybody's come out of work and just piled into the Christmas markets.
LEDs, ich hab's nicht nachgezählt, aber ich glaube, mein Baureferat.
I missed the counter.
Me too. I wasn't expected to be part of the opening ceremony of the tree, but we saw it last night. They were testing it. It was exactly the same thing.
Exactly the same.
My God, I don't know how we're going to get out of here.
It was nice to walk around the city, see all the lights, but it was time to get ourselves onto the concert.
We've now made it to a place called Ton Hall, where the show that we're going to is. And I think we're in the right place. This is a different part of Munich. It was actually quite far from where we're staying, about a 20-minute drive. There's a big wheel here. There's a queue already. This is the currywurst. Always when you travel you get a few things wrong, and one thing we got wrong is we thought it comes with bread, because it usually does, but not this one.
That's why it was cheap.
That's why it was cheap.
So that was Munich, part 2 of my wife's birthday celebrations. I think it's fair to say that she had an amazing time overall with her friends in Croatia, a place that she always wanted to go back and visit. We'd been to Dubrovnik a few years ago, but never split. And then also to Munich to see, one of our new favourite bands. It was really good fun, we enjoyed it, we had a great time. But not long after then, it was time for another part of our birthday celebrations really, which was a 3-week road trip in the United States of America. And that is what's coming up on this channel. I'm so excited to be sharing it with you. The anticipation is building in my head because, honestly guys, we just had the trip of a lifetime. I can tell you that now, as a spoiler, it's going to be really epic to show you all that trip. It was so fun. And again, every time we come to the States, it's life-changing. We just have such a great experience. So keep your eyes out for that. Make sure you've got the notifications for this channel turned on. I'm really glad to be sharing it with you. So thanks for tuning in and staying with us. We will be back with you very soon with more videos from our US road trip coming right up. But until then, have a good night, morning, evening, afternoon, or whatever time of day it is, wherever you are in the world. Take care.